We've got a few levels up. El Diablo, Manbot, Alchemist, Microwave leveled, being on our squad, and Order leveled. Now, there was an experience thing further away, but I chose not to get that because I was afraid we were going to die anyway. So we'll go and level people up. Everyone's a bit upset. Well, maybe not Alchemist because he's been proved correct. And we can't afford anyone yet. I'm slightly worried we're not going to be able to get Bullet. I'd like to get Bullet because he's like a proper member of Freedom Force. It would be nice if they'd made the game kind of not maybe not slightly easier, but if they'd given you more prestige in the game, so you could get these extra bonus characters. Kind of do the reverse of Gothic and Baldur's Gate. Oh, we've added some new things. Here, we'll make it slightly easier to balance that out. Also, you can get everyone. Because you can't use everyone. And if you do try and use, like, I've kind of got a spread, it does mean that I'm not focusing on getting people's experience up. Which in some ways is slightly detrimental. In some ways is detrimental to the character builds. Like, I can't remember the last time the ant leveled. Yeah. There's a number of people here I'm like, when did they last level? I can't remember. And so you're kind of stuck with some of your characters. I think it'd be better if Bullet were a real character who's meant to be part of it, if he joined and you didn't have the prestige costs in the same way. I don't know how it works in the sequel. I assume it's similar to this, but I don't know. Nope, wrong one. Let's go through and level people up. What am I doing with you? Right. Resistant to mystical and mental. That would make you more useful in the next thing. I don't know what that is. Let's purchase that. You can't. Oh, levitate. So it's kind of like flying, but it costs. It doesn't say. 850. So next level she can levitate, but I don't think we've got enough. Enough missions. If she goes on 2 missions, which we should have 2 missions. Blackbird didn't so she could, in theory, get that on her next level. That's possible. Blackbird, no. El Diablo. We could boost that, but the energy cost is so high. Is there a way of getting it low? Energy point cost. Energy point cost. Go as high as we can. Energy point cost doesn't drop down. So I now have an ability for a character who can't use it. I mean, I could use it. I'd have to depower it. So let's put it in. Let's basically max it. I think it goes up to max. Yeah, max up to 5, and then we can consider using it. Then we can use it again. Then we can use it, but even depowering it will still have a decent impact. He says, hopefully. Eve can't level. One mission away from leveling, regardless of if she's on it or not. Liberty Lad. I think I wanted to work on throw voice, but it might be too late. And this is kind of the problem with having a load of different people. Is it's really useful in that you've got kind of people who can do. You've got a team that can manage with almost any problem, but you end up with the problem where it's very difficult to get some of these far ones. Like having gone up this route so far with Liberty Lad, I probably won't be able to get throw voice for later, which is kind of frustrating. Man of War, Manbot. Do we have anything for you? Oh, that's the big release of energy. That could be useful, maybe. I think we might leave it. Energize. Oh, what does that do? Increases the target's energy regen, but causes unstable energy. Double uppercut. I don't think we want you there. I think go for a release. Max that out. Mentor. Nope. Microwave. Let's go with. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of that. I assume that just irradiates people. Yeah. So that could be useful. If we bring him along Because I assume, well, we are going to fight Pan again. We go up to his island in the sky. I know that mission, and I kind of vaguely remember where the last mission is. But spoilers. So an irradiate would be really useful, assuming we're going to fight more of those man balls, which I think we will. So they're weak against radiation, so he'll be useful. Minuteman hasn't leveled. And even if he had leveled, I don't know what I'd do with him. Order, I think, had leveled. Quick, order in the court. Causes fear in anyone caught in the range. I don't like the fact he gets enraged. It's really, really difficult, because it makes him impossible to control anyway. So, am I going with condemnation? Maybe, because then I can try and get up to order in the court, but I don't think we're going to get enough experience. Because he needs to be on 2 more missions. And I'm trying to think. I think we've got maybe... I can think of 3 missions that we've got left, for sure. But I'd have to bring him on all... I'd have to bring on 2 of them to get the 3rd ability for the thing. And if we only have those 3 missions, which is possible, although I'm not sure if it's right... if we only have those 3 missions, at the end of the last mission, I'll level him up. So, I don't think we're going to get to order in the court. So I could just go with Quake. Area attack that deals hit damage to any objects on the ground. Okay, so that would include people. Still don't like it. I think we'll just save it anyway. Having made a big argument that I shouldn't save for condemnation, because I'm not going to be able to get up to order in the court. Actually, I think Quake could be quite worrying, because... it'd be like Membot's release, in that I'd have to basically rush him out into the middle of a group, do Quake while all my guys are back, or they're flying. That could actually be a way around it. Is if I have him with a group of flyers, they could fly up and not be affected by the Quake. Hopefully. So I could buy it, or I could go with condemnation. A spinning attack that strikes all within a radius. Now if I go all within the radius, well, I can't get that anyway. What do I need for that? So close. And none of these are relevant. Berserker, that's so annoying. So Quake. Area attack that deals heavy damage. Yeah, heavy damage. I don't know. Right, let's have a look. Let's actually see what we've learned about our new foes. We have got a pan. I didn't think we would have had a pan. Lethe's Song? An area effect power that hypnotizes. Lethe is the river that makes dead people forget their lives. I don't know what's that got to do with hypnotizing. That should probably be a blank. Probably. At least they're using references to Greek mythology, which I'm happy about. You are vulnerable to heat and acid. And he's made of wood, which I suppose explains the vulnerable to heat. Summoned to our dimension by forces unknown. The deity known as Pan quickly settled himself in Patriot City, because of course he would pick an American city rather than a Greek one. Maybe they just know all of his tricks. Beguiling women with his charms and incantations, Pan was able to quickly put together an army of devout followers. While he concentrates more on mischief than crime, he is still a dangerous foe. Right, so he's got a crushing attack, hypnosis, mental power, and electrical. So maybe we shouldn't bring microwave. No, I think we need microwave is the problem. Cold-blooded. Makes you more vulnerable to cold damage. He's nimble, so he has slightly less health, but he's very agile. He's resistant to all mental attacks, and he's charged. So yeah, he's vulnerable to heat and acid. Need to find... You're vulnerable to just heat, aren't you? And... Oh, no love for the red sylph, apparently. Oh, there's the manpole. Who is basically a human. A denizen of a bygone mythos. Blah, 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 blah. A denizen of a bygone mythos. Pan brought the Man-Bull to our world as a sort of all-round bodyguard. Devastating in melee combat, the Man-Bull charges anyone who dares attack, and will not stop until all of its targets have been trampled or gored. It can emit a bellow that induces panic in even the most stalwart of combatants. Yeah, so those are the two major attacks. He's a berserker, but he's disciplined, so he's immune to all mental attacks. That's kind of frustrating. And I assume that the red sylph is basically the... No, they've got different abilities, haven't they? What's neutralize? A thin film of anti-semitic, leaving you more resistant to acid attacks. Okay. Poison spear, morph. That doesn't help. Morph into and out of the form of a tree. How delightful. So they're basically dryads, kind of things. As a minion of Pan, each sylph is imbued with an element of nature. The green sylph is linked to plant life and can assume the form of trees and other foliage. They are also able to control nearby plants, entangling their foes before attacking them with poison spears. Vulnerable to heat. Now, the red sylph was the opposite for the heat cold, so resistant to heat and vulnerable to cold. But we don't have them on here. I don't think... Yeah, it's not going to be under heroes. That would be ridiculous. So, I'm kind of planning out my next mission, but I might not do it in this session. So that would mean we'd need El Diablo. Blackbird could be useful for the cold attack. Microwave would be good, although he'll be weak to the electrical attack from Pan. Oh, and what else was Pan weak against? He was weak against something else. Vulnerable to acid. Yeah, we don't have that much acid. We've got Sea Urchin, who is resistant to electrical, which is his main ability, and just Bubble Swarm, which is admittedly not great, but might be useful for dealing with the Man-Bulls, actually. So, definitely El Diablo. Who was the other one I said? Microwave. And then we could go Blackbird. I think we do need Blackbird for the cold damage. So then it's... What do we do with Sea Urchin? Do we bring Sea Urchin along for the acid attack? Or do we use... I kind of like using the idea of... Actually, let's have a look. Have I got anyone who's disciplined, actually? And is immune to his potential hypnosis? No. I don't know why I'm looking at you. You're completely irrelevant. Enemies attempting melee attacks with character must perform a successful resistance check against hypnosis. Not that it matters, you're not relevant. No. I'm sure I've got someone who is disciplined. Maybe it's mental. I mean, I'm still doing it in the order going down. Yeah, you're disciplined, so you would be immune to his hypnosis. His hypnosis ability. Cybernetic Brain, are you as well? Ah, Microwave is as well. So Microwave is resistant to his... Oh, Minuteman! Maybe I should take Minuteman. I haven't used Minuteman in a while. Or at least it feels like I haven't. Right. I maybe should make a note of this. So, I think we definitely have to take El Diablo. Let's find a bit of paper I can actually use. Oh, yeah, I can use that. El Diablo, for sure. Because I think we need that fire. I think Microwave will be good. He's resistant to the mental ability. And he's got the radiation to hit people with. So that's 2. And maybe I do go Blackbird and Sea Urchin. So Blackbird has the Seeking Beam, which is cold damage. In case we come across any of the red sylphs. I think that makes sense. And then... I just really don't like this ability. Because... Yeah, yeah, we've got 2 instances and it just goes, okay, we're going to attack. We're going to just target random people, including friendly people, which is bad. That seems like a really bad way of having it done. But it's... I mean, the other option is to go with the ant, who... I don't think he's got much in terms of... Yeah, his only one is the acid bomb, which is... very random. Maybe I should bring the ant along. I haven't brought him along. I'll put him as a question mark. Because he has got a bit of crushing. I don't... But they're all resistant to crushing, aren't they? I mean, what does Ant Swarm do? Homing ranged attack causing blind. Does it do any damage? Or just causes blind? Okay. So that could be useful just to weaken... weaken the red sylphs, actually, because they've got their ranged attack for fire. So, yeah. I think that's kind of got a plan for who's going to be on the next team. But I'm not sure I'm not sure I should start the next mission yet. I think it might be a longer mission next time. I don't really have time for it now, so I think we will put a pause there. My brain was like, oh, I should alliterate and do a Freedom Force thing, but like same Freedom Channel thing, but I can't think of anything to alliterate with Eve, which is quite distressing in a way. So, well, you could do something along the lines of, what has affected Eve? What pandemonium is Pan up to? Find out next time. Same Freedom Time, same Freedom Channel. I should just come up with these and then add them in post, kind of afterwards. That would make things easier. But then, I don't do that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.